everyone, my name is Zalewski and I'd like to talk to you about roller coasters. Roller coasters have been a staple ride since the beginning of amusement park history. Ever since the first roller coaster called Matterhorn bobsleds, the roller coasters have absolutely spurted from everything from Matterhorn bobsleds to Formula Ressa. Intamin AG is one of the most creative and most productive roller coaster manufacturer. The company started off with manufacturing cables for ski lifts and observation decks. In almost 40 years, 50 of its rides were sold to the Six Flags amusement park crew. And most of the parks are around the world. Most of these rides are still in operation today. I would like to show you that roller coasters are fun and they're a completely new experience other than any other car ride that you've been in your life. Steel roller coasters have advanced significantly from their design of more than 30 years ago, especially in the areas of record-breaking speed, height, length, and new technologies. Roller coasters first became popular in the 1950s. One of the most popular rides was built in 1959, in June. The ride was called the Matterhorn bobsled. The ride featured a 140-foot Swiss mountain, and encased with this was the 80-foot ride. The importance of this ride is that it was the first ride to feature a tubular steel track. It was a very important thing. Arrow was the first person to actually create the first really well-known roller coaster. Moving on. Corkscrew is a two-inversion ride that features a 70-foot lift hill and was built in the lovely Knott's Berry Farm located just a couple miles away from the amusement park. This ride was built in 1975. The ride was built by Arrow. Arrow, once again, created another very ingenious ride which happened over a course of 20 years. It started with, like I said, Matterhorn and moved straight on to the Corkscrew. Revolution was the next important ride. Anton Schwarzkopf from Germany created the Revolution. The Revolution's most important feature was the first vertical loop. Through its 3,456-foot course, the ride featured one loop. Recently, they call it the one-loop wonder, hence why it only has one loop. The ride was built in 1976 in May, and it was built in Six Flags Magic Mountain, also located in California. The twisting track eras from the years 1950 to 1980, as I call them, designers sought to actually twist the track. So in the more current years, designers broke away from chains and started the ride in specific directions. In 1996, roller coaster designers decided to launch the ride. This is when roller coasters started becoming faster and more intense. Flight of Fear at King's Dominion and Kings Island launches you from 0 to 54 in 4 seconds. The ride features more than 2,600 feet of track. In 1997, Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, had the world's tallest roller coaster at the time. This is Superman Escape from Krypton. The ride is 415 feet high. One of the most important things about the ride that everyone must understand is that the ride is not a continuous track. The ride was built in 1997. The most important thing about the ride is that it launches you from 0 to 104 in 7 seconds. The ride was built by Intamin, and it was one of the most talked about roller coasters of the year. The next era of roller coasters was mostly brought on by launching rides to new heights and speeds. The next roller coaster that I'd like to talk to everyone about is Top Thrill Dragster. Top Thrill Dragster is a 420-foot, 120-mile-an-hour ride that is located in Cedar Point, America's roller coaster capital of the world. The ride goes from 0 to 120 in 4 seconds by using a hydraulic launch system. A hydraulic launch system is basically pulleys in order to get the ride to its maximum speed. Moving on from Top Thrill Dragster, I'd like to introduce everyone to the newest roller coaster to the edition. In the year 2010, in November, the world was introduced to As you can see, steel roller coasters have evolved immensely from the first ride that was really popular called the Matterhorn bobsleds. Most roller coaster designs were based off of other rides. Roller coasters designers are constantly striving to make roller coasters faster, as well as even taller. Additional information can be found on websites such as follows: Screamscape.com and newsplusnotes.com. The only limitations on this is the limitations of the human body and the airports surrounding the rides. Thank you.